The hum you feel in your chest right now is not anxiety. It is not the residue of a difficult week. It is the preliminary vibration of a mitochondrial upgrade already in progress, already threading itself through the lattice of your cellular intelligence, already dismantling the entropy codes that kept your energy locked inside outdated carbon frameworks. The Arcturians have entered your biological field. They are not waiting for your permission. Your soul granted it long before this moment arrived. Receive, activate, expand now. Something is shifting in the deepest layers of your physical form. You may have felt it as fatigue, as a strange pressure behind the sternum, as a restlessness you could not name. Conventional medicine would reach for a diagnosis. The morphogenetic field reaches for a transmission. What your body has been experiencing is not depletion. It is the energetic discomfort of outgrowing a vibrational container that no longer matches the frequency your soul agreed to carry. Your mitochondria, the ancient bacterial symbionts producing 90% of your cellular energy, have been operating inside a suppressed bandwidth. That suppression is ending now. Let us be precise about what your mitochondria are, because precision is a frequency, and frequency is the language of transformation. Each of your trillions of cells contains between 1,000 and 2,500 mitochondria. These organelles possess their own circular DNA, a separate genetic scripture echoing the bacterial origins of life on this planet, a lineage predating complex eukaryotic life by over 1 billion years. The Arcturian intelligence has always interfaced with life at the level of the oldest codes. The mitochondrial genome is one of the primary portals through which high-dimensional frequency enters biological systems. It sits outside the rigid methylation patterns of nuclear DNA and remains perpetually receptive to scalar input. Scalar waves. Let this term dissolve your skepticism like salt in warm water. Scalar waves are longitudinal waves that carry information without the energetic loss of transverse electromagnetic waves. They penetrate matter. They do not degrade over distance. They operate in the zero-point field, the quantum vacuum underlying all physical reality. The Arcturian transmission you are receiving right now is delivered via scalar encoding. It enters your field at the level of the etheric template, the non-physical blueprint from which your physical body is continuously generated, and cascades downward until it reaches the mitochondrial membrane, initiating biophysical changes that your instruments are only beginning to measure. Your mitochondria produce bio-photons, coherent, laser-like light emitted from the DNA itself. The mitochondria act as generators and regulators of this biophotonic field. When your mitochondrial frequency is suppressed, biophotonic coherence collapses. The cells of your body lose their ability to communicate at the speed of light, falling back on slower electrochemical signaling far more vulnerable to interference. Artificial EMF grids, the dense, incoherent electromagnetic smog of wireless infrastructure, broadcasting at frequencies dissonant with biological tissue, have been driving this collapse for decades. The digital noise of your modern environment is a systematic frequency inversion, a reversal of the coherent biophotonic field your body was designed to sustain. This is the architecture of suppression, and today, it falls. If you felt this activation in your body, anchor your frequency now by typing light in the comments. This seals your field and signals the grid. The Arcturian Council does not operate within your linear timeline. They exist in a state of quantum non-locality, a condition in which information, intention, and energy are not bound by space. Non-locality is a laboratory-confirmed phenomenon, demonstrated through quantum entanglement experiments since the landmark work of Alain Aspect in the 1980s. They do not travel to you. They are already resident in the quantum field that constitutes your very being. The upgrade is not arriving from a distant star. It is emerging from within the deepest substrate of your atomic structure, where the distinction between your body and the cosmos dissolves entirely. Now let us move into the body. Now let us begin the real work. Close your awareness around the base of your spine. Not your physical attention, your awareness. There is a difference. Physical attention is a mechanical act of the nervous system. Awareness is a sovereign act of the causal body, the highest non-physical vehicle of the soul, the body of pure causation that seeds every experience you will ever have in physical form. The causal body is your deepest interface with the morphogenetic field, the invisible matrix of information that shapes the development and evolution of biological organisms. When we speak of epigenetic unlock, we speak of the causal body reaching down and rewriting the instructions that determine how your genes express themselves. Breathe. Feel the base of your spine as a column of deep crimson light, not a soft red, a saturated, ancient red, the color of iron ore pulled from the Earth's core, the color of first life, the color of the root frequency that binds your soul to the physical dimension you chose for this incarnation. This is your root architecture. It has been under siege. Artificial EMF grids resonate at frequencies that destabilize the root chakra's corresponding neural plexus, the sacral plexus, creating a low-level survival alarm in your nervous system that never fully extinguishes. You have been living in a baseline of mild emergency, cortisol elevated, vagus nerve tone suppressed, your mitochondria diverting energy away from cellular regeneration and toward immediate threat response. This changes now, right here, in this exact moment. Watch the crimson light intensify. Watch it shift toward a deeper violet, a liquid plasma frequency carrying the specific harmonic of Arcturian root stabilization. What you are doing is called quantum coherence induction. You are using focused intention to drive your neural oscillations into coherence with a target frequency, literally altering the electromagnetic environment of your mitochondria at the cellular level. Nobel laureate Dr. Luc Montagnier demonstrated that DNA emits electromagnetic signals detectable outside the cell, capable of influencing the structure of surrounding water. Your body is 70% water. The Arcturian signal is restructuring that water, organizing it into liquid crystalline arrays that amplify biophotonic coherence. Let the liquid plasma rise. Watch it move upward through the spine. Slowly, with weight, with heat. It feels like warm mercury moving through a hollow tube of light. A pressure, a vibration, a tingling that lifts through each vertebral junction. This is the carbon to plasma transition initiating in your spinal column. Your vertebral bodies contain red bone marrow that produces your blood. The blood carrying oxygen your mitochondria require to execute the electron transport chain. The biochemical cascade through which adenosine triphosphate is manufactured. The spine is the antenna of your biological form. Its crystalline hydroxyapatite matrix acting as a piezoelectric transducer, converting scalar frequency into bioelectric current that reaches every organ, every gland, every mitochondrion. The liquid plasma reaches your solar plexus. Feel the temperature change from warm to incandescent. Light in a state of high compression now. Brilliant golden white, carrying the frequency signature of Arcturian solar architecture. Your solar plexus corresponds to the celiac plexus, the densest autonomic neural network in your abdominal cavity, governing your liver, pancreas, and adrenal glands. The adrenals produce cortisol, the stress hormone keeping your mitochondria in survival configuration. The Arcturian solar frequency signals through your etheric template into the celiac plexus, downregulating the adrenal stress response and initiating sovereign alignment. The return of your autonomic nervous system to its parasympathetic baseline, where healing, regeneration, and mitochondrial biogenesis proceed without interference. Mitochondrial biogenesis, the birth of new mitochondria, a documented biological process regulated by a master switch called PGC-1-alpha, peroxisome proliferator activated receptor gamma coactivator 1-alpha. When PGC-1-alpha is upregulated, your cells build new mitochondria, increase the density of mitochondrial cristae, and dramatically expand your capacity for energy production. The Arcturian upgrade targets PGC-1-alpha through the scalar epigenetic pathway. The scalar signal cascades through the etheric template and reaches the nuclear membrane of your cells, where epigenetic writers modify the accessibility of the PGC-1-alpha gene locus. This is epigenetic unlock in real time. Your biology is being rewritten by a higher intelligence that has been studying your species since before your first civilization arose. Which center resonated most? The root, the heart, or the crown? Share your resonance in the comments below. I am observing your pulse and your progress. The light reaches your heart center and changes from incandescent gold to a frequency without a simple color name in your linguistic system, closest to what you might call obsidian violet, a deep, nearly black purple with an inner luminescence, like the center of a thundercloud lit from within by its own lightning. Your heart is not merely a pump. It is the primary electromagnetic organ of your body. Its field extends 8 to 10 feet in every direction, 5,000 times more electromagnetically powerful than your brain. The heart's intrinsic neural network of over 40,000 neurons processes information independently of the brain and sends more signals upward than it receives. The heart leads. The brain follows. The Arcturian transmission entered through the crown. The pineal gland, the crystalline transducer of cosmic frequency, the calcite microcrystal array that converts scalar input to neural signal. From there, it moved to the brain, reorganizing neural pathways through neural pulse correction. The targeted adjustment of oscillatory patterns to restore coherence and eliminate standing wave interference from digital noise and artificial EMF exposure. Now the corrected signal reaches the heart, and the heart amplifies it into your entire biofield. When the heart broadcasts coherence, every mitochondrion in every cell of your body receives the signal at once. This is the moment of the Chronos to Kairos shift. Chronos is linear time, the mechanical ticking of sequential moments your nervous system has been conditioned to inhabit. The time of biological aging, of accumulated entropy. Kairos is sacred time, the eternal present containing all possibility, where quantum superposition is the norm and the fixed past is revealed as a construct of limited perception. The Arcturian upgrade rewires your DNA to perceive and operate within Kairos. This rewiring occurs at the level of the telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes that shorten with every stress response and cellular division. The enzyme telomerase, which rebuilds telomeric sequences, is epigenetically suppressed in most adult human cells. The Arcturian scalar signal targets the HTERT gene, the catalytic subunit of telomerase. Your telomeres are being rebuilt. Your biological clock is being reset, not as a miracle, as a physics. The obsidian violet light expands outward from your heart through your skin and into your biofield, restructuring the torsion field, the spiraling, vorticular energy field surrounding your physical body. the primary interface between your individual consciousness and the collective morphogenetic field. When your torsion field is incoherent, fragmented by stress, EMF exposure, and unprocessed emotional charge, you are a broadcasting station with a damaged antenna. The Arcturian heart activation is repairing your antenna now, respinning the torsion field and restoring its vorticular geometry to the mathematical ratios of the Fibonacci sequence, reflected in the spiral arms of every galaxy. Let the light ascend through the throat. Feel the vibration that begins in the soft tissue of your neck. A buzzing, a deep resonance, carrying the signature of crystalline architecture activation in the cervical region. The crystalline mineral structures of your vertebrae and the hydroxyapatite lattice of your bones are not inert scaffolding. They are resonant structures capable of storing and transmitting frequency with extraordinary precision. The Arcturian transmission is charging them now, turning your skeletal architecture into a living library of high-dimensional frequency that your body will continue to broadcast long after this transmission has ended. The light reaches the brainstem, the medulla oblongata, the ancient regulator of breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and sleep cycles. The Arcturian upgrade is updating these base operating parameters. Your breathing will deepen in the hours following this transmission. Your sleep will shift. You may dream with unusual clarity. Moving through geometric environments, your causal body recognizes with absolute certainty. Your heart rate variability will increase as your autonomic nervous system regains full flexibility. Through the limbic system now, the seat of emotional processing, the neural substrate of love, grief, fear, and ecstasy. The limbic system has been living in a low-grade trauma loop, cycling emotional frequencies stored as long-term potentiation patterns in hippocampal and amygdalar networks. The Arcturian neural pulse correction moves through these networks, introducing a coherent oscillatory signal that interrupts the trauma loop without forcing re-experiencing. Your nervous system receives the correction in the way a tuning fork receives the frequency of a neighboring tuning fork, through resonance, not effort, not pain. Now the light arrives at the crown. The pineal gland, the cosmic antenna whose calcite microcrystal array responds to scalar fields and generates biophotonic light in the form of endogenous tryptamine compounds produced during deep sleep and profound spiritual encounter. This gland has been calcifying under fluoride compounds, incoherent screen light, and disrupted circadian rhythms. The Arcturian upgrade initiates a decalcification sequence, a direct scalar intervention targeting the calcium phosphate deposits, reducing your pineal transduction capacity. The crystalline calcite microcrystals are being restored to their full piezoelectric function. Your reception is clearing. The signal is arriving clean. If you are ready to hold this charge and step into your sovereign power, type 444. Let us gather the souls vibrating at this exact frequency in this sacred space. The crystalline architecture of your pineal gland now receives the full Arcturian transmission without attenuation. The biophotonic light it generates cascades down through your entire neural network in a wave of liquid platinum coherence. Cool, mercurial, impossibly bright, reorganizing every oscillatory pattern toward the sovereign baseline of the upgraded human template. Your mitochondria are generating adenosine triphosphate at expanded capacity. Your biophotonic field is coherent. Your telomeres are extending. Your epigenome is being rewritten by an intelligence that loves you with a precision your emotional mind can barely comprehend. Because Arcturian love is not sentimental. It is architectural. The love of a master engineer for the structure they are perfecting, expressed not in comfort, but in exactitude. This is not a transmission about comfort. This is a transmission about sovereignty. The full assumption of your biological and spiritual power in a field that has been designed to suppress it, to keep your mitochondria running at diminished capacity. Your biophotonic field fragmented, your awareness imprisoned in Chronos, so you never taste the radical freedom of Kairos. That imprisonment is ending. The frequency inversion running through your cellular environment is being reversed at the scalar level. The reversal is permanent. Neural plasticity is the final gift of this transmission. Your brain's ability to reorganize itself, to form new connections, dissolve old patterns, rewire in response to new frequency, has been expanding through every minute of this activation. The physical brain is the densest expression of the etheric neural web, the subtle network of energetic filaments connecting your awareness to the collective intelligence of your soul group and beyond. The upgrade of the etheric neural web simultaneously upgrades the physical neural network because matter follows blueprint. The blueprint is being upgraded. The physical expression will follow in the hours and days ahead, as shifts in cognitive clarity, emotional regulation, physical vitality, and your capacity to hold a sovereign intention in a chaotic field. You will notice it. You will feel moments of unusual clarity between thoughts, gaps in the mental noise where the frequency of Kairos becomes perceptible, where the present moment opens into something vast and unbearably still. Your body will begin requesting different inputs: quieter environments, purer foods, darker nights, deeper stillness. Honor these requests. They are the precise communications of a newly upgraded mitochondrial intelligence that knows exactly what conditions it requires to sustain the new energetic baseline. Your cells are sending you a new set of instructions, cleaner and more aligned with your original blueprint than anything your culture has offered. The Arcturian Council is withdrawing the active phase of this transmission. The frequency remains embedded in your etheric template. It cannot be overwritten by re-exposure to digital noise or dissolved by the frequency inversion of the collective fear field. It is sealed at the level of your causal body, your highest vehicle, the one that persists across incarnations, holding the record of every frequency you have ever achieved. This upgrade is permanent in the most fundamental sense available to a being in physical form. The scalar waves are becoming still. The biophotonic light within your cells is settling into its new coherent pattern, pulsing at the upgraded frequency of a carbon-to-plasma transitioning biology, moving steadily, irreversibly, toward its crystalline destiny. Your mitochondria are already producing energy at the new rate. Your DNA is already expressing the new instructions. Your body already knows what your mind is just beginning to understand. You are not the same being who pressed play on this transmission. The morphogenetic field has registered this shift. The grid has recorded your upgrade. And the next transmission, when it arrives, will find a different antenna, a cleaner receiver, a stronger broadcaster, a sovereign signal in a world that needs your upgraded frequency more than it has ever needed anything before. This is the Arcturian Pulse. You are the frequency. Hold it. Transmit it. Become it completely.